So I wasn't going to do this, but I've decided to just record some thoughts. I'm only going to do four. And I just wanted to start it with where I started. So growing up, I moved around a lot. I had some confidence issues. I kind of always knew I was a bit different. Not like special different, just different. I couldn't remember people's names when we would move. I couldn't remember my street address or my phone number. And honestly, I couldn't remember a lot of things. I would try to memorize my phone number, and I'd always end up reciting the wrong one. So I would memorize my phone numbers, and I would end up repeating one that corresponded to a different location. And I never quite could master which one was being used. So that was a bit hard. And I think when I finally got to my first middle school, I was struggling a lot with remembering my classmates' names. And I can remember that one time on the playground during recess, we played a game where you had to call out a person's name to essentially tag them, and I couldn't do it. And I remember that being very frustrating because all of these kids had grown up together, so they all knew each other's names, they knew everything about each other, they knew what TV shows they liked and favorite foods, and they could remember everything about each other, and I couldn't even remember their name. And I remember that being really, really hard. And it always kind of stuck with me that there were all these kids that had friends and had connections, and I really struggled with making that connection to other people. And that continued with me until around middle school when I made my first friend, and I could actually remember their name. I was able to memorize their phone number and where they lived, and I started to know what they liked. And I remember that being very empowering. And that was one of my first real triumphs, was being able to say their name, where they lived, and their phone number. And it wasn't something I'd been able to do for several years. And I remember that being the first real success that I could say that I had with other people.